Every year, each of us have to step back and reevaluate our diet and our health routine, don't we? Well, I do that every year, and this is my annual fit, my health, and my diet and mind routine, and all the tweaks that I've made in 2023 to keep me as young and healthy as possible. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today for a few minutes. Every year I do a reset. I step back and I reevaluate what I've been doing each year to try to stay young and fit and have my body working the best that it can be at my age. I know I'm not going to get any younger, but I want to feel good for my age. So each year I step back and I reevaluate what changes maybe have happened in my life and how maybe I can tweak some of the things that I've been doing to make me healthier and to make me have more energy. This year, I've made a few changes. My life has changed, my circumstances have changed, and I know that I really had to evaluate what I was doing last year and maybe add a little tweaks to it this year. So I've done a few different things. The first one that I did that probably is one of the major things that I've changed in my life is juicing. Now, I did a video on juicing a few months ago, and I'm going to put it down, the link down below this video, so that you can watch that if you are interested. I read a book about juicing and how it does give you more energy and how it does help you get through your life feeling much better. I started juicing with my daughter, and we juice at least 3 or 4 times a week. When we started out, we juiced every day for about 7 days. And what exactly is juicing? Juicing is getting fresh fruits and vegetables. You put it through a machine that takes out all the fiber, but it gives you the juice, which is so powerful and potent. You put things in like kale, green apples, lemons, berries that are so full of antioxidant, carrots, celery, all of the things that you can put in this juices, takes away the fiber goes into one segment and the juice comes out the other. Now you say, well, gee, that's not good, you're not getting fiber. Well, what I do is I take that fiber and I put it in the freezer, and then when I make my homemade soups, I add that fiber to the soups. And do you know what I've done with some of it too? I put it in my plants, and it really is almost like putting some type of extra nutrient in the soil for them, and I've seen that work as well. But juicing probably is the biggest thing that I have done this year that I feel really has helped me. Another thing that I have changed is how I think about vitamin D. Now, you know, I live in Florida where I get sunshine all the time, but because I am so into skincare, I wear skincare on my face, on my hands, on my arms, so that whenever I go out, I am fully covered. And that vitamin D absolutely cannot find me anywhere. I wear a wide-brimmed hat. I have found out through research that vitamin D and the lack of vitamin D is so closely tied to Alzheimer's. It is so important that if you live in a 4-season climate where you don't get the sun all year long, it's extremely important that you get that vitamin D into your body, because not only does it help with Alzheimer's, but also it helps with sleep. And I'm going to talk about sleep a little bit later. So I take vitamin D3, I take calcium, magnesium, and my B12 supplements. And that's about it. I don't take a lot of supplements. Sometimes I take a vitamin C and zinc if I feel like I may be a little under the weather. I eat fresh food, try to stay away from processed food that's so full of sodium. I am a pescatarian. I don't eat meat. I eat fish and vegetables. I eat 3 meals a day, and I do not snack between meals. I hydrate. And to be honest with you, water gets kind of boring. At least it does for me. So I have found that if I take maybe one a day of vitamin zero water. Now, I discovered that, and vitamin zero water has no sugar in it, but it has added B vitamins and other supplements depending upon the flavor you get. So if I drink something flavored during the day to add to my liquid, that for me is a plus. I try to stay from most white foods. I do eat potatoes once in a while, baked potatoes, but I try to stay away from sugar, white bread, all refined products that are white. I eat brown rice instead of white rice. Those are just things that I do. And if you eat meat, I'm not telling you to be a pescatarian like I am. Another change that I have made is with my sleep. I have developed, maybe it was because taking care of my husband and the stress that I was under, I really was having difficulty going to sleep. I would go to sleep and lie there, and even though I said, I tried not to be on my iPhone, I took all of the blue light in my life away, but I would lie there and I would toss and I would turn, and I really would get up in the morning still feeling so exhausted and so tired. So along with my juicing, I went to my doctor and I told him I really am not feeling well. I wake up in the morning and I feel like I haven't had 1 ounce of sleep. Do you think maybe I have sleep apnea? And he said, well, I'll tell you, look at this. And he showed me a ring on his finger, and I have it now also. And it's an aura ring, O-U-R-A. And I'm going to do a video probably later on this ring. But this ring will monitor your sleep pattern, your exercise, your heart, and all of the things that you do during the day that will make you be a healthier person. I am not big on sleep studies, but I found out you can do that at home if you need to, but I really wasn't too anxious to even think about that. I wanted to try this first. And I have found that I do have a disturbed sleep pattern. But if I do the things that they suggest, that I am sleeping better and I'm waking up and I'm not feeling as tired as I used to. Try to go to bed about the same time every night. Get yourself into a routine. I am getting much better at this, and I am feeling better when I wake up in the morning. But it took this ring to monitor my sleep pattern to help me understand my patterns, when I was in REM sleep, when I was in light sleep, when I was in deep sleep. So this really helped me an awful lot. So I thank my doctor for that. Juicing, monitoring my sleep pattern, also exercising more. Now I am making sure that I take long walks. These are things that I have done and I have implemented for this 2023 year. So I hope it will help me get through this year the best that I can. I know I'm not getting any younger. I know that I never will be 20 or 40 again. But my goal is to look and feel and be as healthy as I can for my age. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as I say, please, be good to yourself and think about your health and think about the goals that you want to do this year that will help you lead a better life in 2023. And of course, let's pray for world peace. And I always want to share the love. So thank you again, and I hope you stayed with me during this long video. Mine are usually not this long. And I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you so much for coming.